I'm delighted to be here, but maybe I don't have, maybe Jeff just has all the answers.
I have all the answers, Jim, but I'd rather hear them from you, and so would everybody else.
Okay, you correct me if I'm wrong.
I will definitely do that. But on that note, you make me laugh. You're funny. On that note, here we sit today. In our last conversation, a quick recap. We thought volatility was going to happen in the back half of this year, and it's happened way more recent than that. And now the market's recovered, and the undercurrent of the market is positive, even in a rising rate environment. The next question I have for you, though, is will the Fed do the right thing and not accelerate rates too quickly and kill the market and the economy? And will they do that because of Russia invading Ukraine?
Jeff, what do you mean is the Fed going to do the right thing? They're bureaucrats, they're incompetents, they're academics. What are you talking about? I guess I've been around longer than you. All they care about is keeping their jobs. They don't care about you and me. And they think that if they print more money, everything will be okay. Yeah, they have to raise interest rates, but I assure you, Jeff, if things get messy, they'll slow down. They're amateurs.
Well, that's why you're answering the questions and I'm asking them, Jim. For that exact reason, you're very entertaining, and I think that's the correct answer. They are amateurs, and they're behind the yield curve. So let's switch gears here for a minute and talk about something really exciting, Jim. We know that the electric vehicle adoption rate is doubling every 14 months. And that's a global phenomenon. So is this energy's last hurrah? At some point, will energy just collapse in prices in maybe 3, 4, 5 years? What's your forecast on that?
Well, Jeff, known reserves of oil have been in decline for some time. We had a bubble in fracking, which put off the problems with energy supplies. Now the war, of course, has made it worse. But no, there are going to be continued problems in the hydrocarbons business, oil and gas, for some time to come because known reserves are declining. Yes, fracking will help us, but now everybody knows that fracking was a bubble and you got to pay your bills.
Is that even true if Trump gets reelected? I'm teasing you. Is that true even if President Trump gets reelected in 2024?
Wait, it doesn't matter who's the president in 2024. That's not going to make suddenly more gas and oil reserves to suddenly be in the ground. Whoever, if the president of Exxon is elected president, that's not going to make more gas and oil in the ground. We have an ongoing problem, and it gets worse, Jeff, because everybody is down on coal, so we close the coal mines. Well, fine, that's okay if that's what you want, but that means less energy. Then you close the nuclear power plants. That's okay, but that means less energy. Nobody has become a farmer. The average age of farmers in America is 58. The average age of farmers in Japan is 66. I could go on and on. I mean, you know how to, I suggest you learn how to drive a tractor, both of you.
That's a great idea, Dave. Why don't we just go buy, a couple 100 acres and start planting?
There you go. That's great. Hey, you run a boat, fly an airplane, just driving a tractor should be easy after all that.
Buy more than 200 acres. You'll be really, really, really rich.
Not a bad idea, Jim. Not a bad idea. But with all this stuff going on, and Ukraine being the largest wheat producer, the third, largest wheat producer, and Russia being the fifth largest, we know that there's going to be significant depressions in those countries. And what's the reverberating effect going to be on our markets? Even though the current uptrend of the market, the undercurrent is up, what do you see happening in relation to the geopolitical issues?
Well, unless there's all out really horrible war, what we have so far is bad enough. But I'm talking about, armies marching around the countries of Europe. The markets are telling me this is not going to last much longer. You can see what's happening. Stocks are going up, oil is going down. I mean, somebody thinks that this is going to end fairly soon. If it doesn't, then first prepare for a horrible bear market. We're going to have a horrible bear market eventually. But if this turns into war, oh my gosh, I cannot remember any market that likes war.
Jeff Small, Jim Rogers, it's been our pleasure. Thank you so much for being here today on The Income Generation.
My pleasure.